Quiet Friday or a crazy Friday?
It's been a quiet Friday because I made it a quiet Friday.
I understand that for sure. For sure.
All right,
Okay.
quiet Friday. Okay, hello everyone. How are you today? I am Ryan McCrary, CEO and founder of McCrary Financial Solutions. I'm joined today with a very, very, very special guest, Miss
Yes.
Black Hollywood, aka Tierra KJ Williams, aka Miss Black Hollywood. She's the CEO and founder of the Real Network. How you doing today, Queen?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So
Good.
thank you for just coming in. I wanted her to come to the McCrary Financial School just to talk to the students, talk about branding, entrepreneurship, what it's like in Hollywood and stuff like that. So before we even get
Hi.
started, just let people know if you don't know who she is, you need to know who this is. Like seriously.
Oh,
A lot of people that know me, of course, already know her. Andre Hatcher, all of us, the shout out to the whole camp, you know what I mean? So a lot of people
everybody.
come through, her or me, and they just start knowing all of us, all the Dr.
Yeah,
Boyce's camp. Shout out to Dr. Boyce. But if
it's
you
true.
if you don't know who this person is, you need to know. So before we get started, just let people know who you are, where you're from, stuff like that.
Of course. So my name is Sierra KJ Williams, aka Miss Black Hollywood. I am a television and film producer and creator of the Real Network. We are a full service production company that produces content, develops talent, and finds opportunities for creatives of color. So, in addition to that, we're making things that are intended for television, film, the internet, in-house, and for clients. So we're just busy. We're in Hollywood. We're right smack dab in the middle in North Hollywood. Yeah. So if you're in LA and you are looking for opportunities and looking to work in business, come on by and see us.
Okay. So I'd like to know just what is it like being black in Hollywood? Like I've been to Hollywood, I've been to LA, like I've been to the clubs, I've been to Ace of Diamond, I've been to Playhouse, and I've been on Sunset and Hollywood Boulevard and all that. You know what I mean? I've been up to the
Yes.
hills and
Uh-huh.
Mulholland Drive and like all that. Like I like the LA culture. But
Yeah.
I do see, at least when I went to the club, I
Uh-huh.
see how like the light skinned girls, or not even like girls that are light, but not like black, you know what I mean? Like exotic or whatever. Like they was getting right into the club, but no problem. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the LA club scene was different than any place I've ever been. I've been to South Beach, I've been to Vegas, New York, all that. But in LA, you gotta wait. You're not just gonna walk up to the club and get in the club. Like it
Oh,
don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but
yeah.
I've seen girls that wasn't black just coming up, you know what I mean? Getting in the club, no problem. Promoters, they ain't got to pay, nothing like that. So just what is it like being black in Hollywood? Because I know part of the LA culture is like, it's not really that cool to be black.
Right. So I guess we throwing all the formalities out the door. um, it is, I think it's cool being black in Hollywood, but obviously, because I created a company around that, just built around that, because there is a group of people, of really talented black people that live in LA. And we are not the poster child. We are not the poster children for people in Los Angeles. It's true. When the culture is not black, it's not, it's reserved for beautiful white women and
Mhm.
handsome white men. And it's that's just what it is. I don't go to clubs, I don't stand outside, so I wouldn't know anything about that, right? Sorry.
No, I mean, you need to stand outside. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't come in there looking good or whatever, but the man is going to stand outside, and a lot of I don't want to say fat girls, but you know what I mean? Like girls that aren't who the promoters want in the club, they not getting right in. And the thing about LA is what I've seen is because it's LA, you don't know who's
Yeah,
going to come to the club that night. So we're
it's
not going to let all these people in the club and have people pack the club, and then we get a call. Somebody's coming, whoever Diddy's coming, or whoever's in LA, French Montana, or you know what I mean. Fab is in here, like whoever. I was in there with Mike Epps was in Ace of Diamonds. I
yeah,
was in there with him. Like they never know who's going to come to the club, so they're going to make you
that's
wait in
true.
line for like half hour, whatever it is. But them quote unquote exotic girls or Hispanic girls, whatever, like they was getting right in.
Yeah,
But and I
it's,
definitely
I mean,
go
it's a
ahead.
place that's, it's one of those places that's not really, again, LA is filled with beautiful people. I don't think it's a black or white thing. I think it's a beauty thing. If you are beautiful, it's just a place where people like beautiful things. There is a type, there is a look, there is, they want beautiful women in their club so they can, bring men who are going to spend money. So, that's just what it is. That's just the lifestyle. It's just LA. You look on television, you can see exactly what LA is. It's what you see.
Yeah, absolutely. So I do see a
Yeah.
couple of people just joined on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, you want to know who I'm talking to is Sierra KJ Williams, aka Miss Black Hollywood. She's the CEO and founder of the Real Network out in LA. She's
Yes.
doing a thing in LA. It's hard to live in LA. So I don't like seriously, LA is one of the most expensive places. Like I know what's it called number one now, Silicon Valley, and then New York, Brooklyn, all that. But LA is right there with everybody else. So she's
Yeah.
doing her thing in LA. She's running the business in LA. She's moving around Hollywood and doing movies and TV shows and stuff like that. So I just want
Yeah.
people to know who I'm talking to. If you're on Facebook, please
Of
share.
course.
Please share on your Facebook page, your Instagram page, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you at.
Do it.
So definitely do that. But I now want to talk about like entrepreneurship. Like,
Correct.
especially for some of the students in here, whether you are an entrepreneur or you're not an entrepreneur, just talk about entrepreneurship, like your challenges with entrepreneurship and everything. But it's the most rewarding job I can say. It's the most
Yeah.
challenging job, but the most
Yeah.
rewarding job at the same time.
I
But
agree.
just what suggestions would you have, especially being a female entrepreneur, out in LA? What suggestions would you have for the people that may want to, take that route?
Um, I would say decide what it is that you want to do and that you're passionate about. And you can monetize from anything, pretty much anything that you like to do. I've seen people, there's doggy daycares around here, there's training centers, there's all kinds of random businesses that people have that they make lots and lots of money from. So I would just suggest that you, just pick something that you truly love that you won't feel like is work. That's rule number one without even going, any further. After that, just understanding how to monetize that, and then how to make it a real business, how to move forward and how to get clients, or however, whatever you decide to set up your business as, just learning the ins and outs of that business, really mastering what you're creating is my suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to spend a lot of time. It's very hard. You'll have ups and downs. Sometimes it'll feel like it's not working. I mean, we all go through that every single day, regardless if you rolling or not. You always feel like you're always looking to scale or get to that next level. But it can feel frustrating to just, but once you master a level, I think that once you've mastered everything on that level, you'll naturally transcend and go to another one. So just be patient with yourself and your business. Expect to fail a whole lot of times. I still fail. I actually look forward to failing at this point. I was like, oh, that was a fail. All right. I mean, in the moment, I'm having a heart attack about it. But, in reflection, I'm like, okay, that's good. That happened. So now I know what not to do. So just like, I would say rebound from those fails quickly. And then just get back up and just keep going. Those are my entrepreneurial tips.
Oh, so you need to be teaching a course in my school, giving them entrepreneurship gems. I might have to bribe you to teach a course for real.
I can do so. I will have to talk, but I'm launching 6 classes for the new year. 6.
6? So talk about that. Like elaborate on that for me, please. Or as much as you can elaborate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, of course. So, obviously I have a platform. So with the Real Network, there's multiple things that we have, there's multiple divisions in my business, right? So we have the production company, the full service production company. We have like in that we have like castings and different things in that component, production, castings. We have a database of like actors, singers, dancers, models, DPs, cinematographers, whatever it is that a client would be looking for, or whatever it is that we need, we have access in that division. So in addition to that, we have the Real Network Television, which we are launching very soon, but it's our online television network. And then we have the Real University. That is seminars, classes, acting courses, anything development, anything that includes developing your craft, your talent. So under the Real Network, I do tons of seminars from month to month that is geared towards different things. So this month, we're doing the Dream Workshop, which I have 7 amazing dreamers that have are just putting themselves in a position, taking one dream and us fleshing out a plan for that dream, and just really putting like who to contact, who to do this, like putting a plan to their dream, and really like taking the 6 weeks to really make strides and take them into 2018 with a clear focus on what they want. So that's what we're doing this month. So what I mean, I've been wanting our online network, our online university, and so that 6-class launch will include hosting, filmmaking 101, branding your talent. I don't have the list in front of me, but who's buying content, like how to sell your content in Hollywood. There's 2 more. I can't think of them right at this moment. They're all geared towards helping you move forward using audition techniques. Let's just say if you're an entrepreneur, and I believe that content creation. So just helping you understand how to produce your own content and take your business to the next level using articles and video to gauge people and get, build your tribe and, put your business together. So, it's not just for entertainers. It's, anybody can benefit from what I'm teaching. The hosting classes will give you confidence and let you know how to speak in front of people, how to, conduct yourself, even if you are on camera, what to do, where to hold your hands, not flapping your hands around. Like there's just certain techniques that you can use that can help you move forward. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So y'all basically doing everything. Basically just say we doing everything. One stop shop.
Doing everything.
Entertainment, content, whatever you want to put out, just come holler at the Real Network and we'll take care of it for you. So before we move on, let people know how they can get in contact with you, your website or your email address, whatever it is. But please, I'm gonna tell y'all, before she even dropped it, don't waste her time. Like seriously, we don't have time for you to waste her time. Her time is very, very precious. She'll probably bill me after this because her time is so precious. She'll probably send me that PayPal link. You know what I'm saying? She probably gonna do that. And it's cool though. I'll pay. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna drop jewels, I'll pay. But just like I'm just saying that from the jump. Don't waste her time. The time is very, very valuable.
And what that means is if you're just confused about, what it is that you want to do, you can definitely email us at the office. I can't promise that you will get me, you'll get like a one-on-one with me, but in like my office, the people in my office are just as smart, if not smarter than I am. I like to have people smarter around me, and they can help you get it together. And then if you'd like a free one-on-one consultation, then we can certainly set up something for that. But if you want to contact us directly, we're at info@therealnetwork.net. That's info@therealnetwork.net. That's 2 E's, REEL, network.net. Think of it like a movie reel. And then in terms of, you asked for something else. So we're revamping our online presence, but you can definitely go to therealnetworkproductions.com. That's therealnetworkproductions.com.
Or she can just put her PayPal link in and y'all can just send the money through PayPal and then,
You feel me? I could do that too.
For real, like seriously.
It's beneficial. I mean, I know a lot about the business. I just, I love Hollywood. It's a great time to be in Hollywood. You were speaking earlier about being Black in Hollywood. I think this is the best time. Like this is the best time for filmmakers like myself to create. Development calls back a lot faster from networks when you pitch because, you know, there's so many buyers. There's so many people that want content. There's Facebook just cleared an acquisitions deal for buying content. There's shows on Facebook. So there's shows everywhere. People that don't normally buy content, you know, are buying or putting together these platforms for content. So for all the artists out there, musicians, you know, whatever it is that you do, I think this is a great time for you because are looking.
And I did just see that too. I just did see that the Facebook is going to start doing original content. So they're going to start competing with Netflix, and I know Disney's going to do direct to consumer soon.
Yeah, not going to. They have already started. LeVar Ball has a show that's been running for at least like the last month. On
Facebook, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's only on Facebook. I think he's somewhere around like, I don't know, like 50 million viewers.
Really?
You know, it's crazy. It's something crazy. Like maybe not 50 million, but it's crazy. Like he's doing numbers on Facebook.
And how do you see? I was looking for that. How do you find that content? I was looking to try to find like the Facebook original content or TV shows, but I had trouble finding it. Do you know how to find it?
Well, for a while it was just popping up, but I think you have to just search. I think you can just browse Facebook, you know, TV.
Yeah, I never did an actual
coming up.
I think I just did like Facebook TV or something. I gotta look for like LeVar Ball or something.
Or look for the bar, but there's also like it says shows. Like it pops up on my feed. I don't know why you don't see it or you don't get it, but I see it's like, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. I love that. It's a great time to be a content creator, and anybody can create content. It's not just, you know, there's people around here with millions of views that just use their phone, you know?
And it's a great time to be an entrepreneur in general.
Yeah.
I was, you know, thinking that the other day, I was just thinking like, it literally is the best time to be an entrepreneur because of technology, direct to consumer, and anybody that you want to see, like as an entrepreneur, mentor, or whoever's doing whatever you want to do, you can connect with them just like that.
Yeah.
In previous times, you were an entrepreneur in the 70s, 80s, 90s, like you didn't have social media to directly connect to somebody else. You know, immediately you can email them, you can hit them on Facebook or whatever it is. But just to be an entrepreneur, this is the best time to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Like seriously, this is the best, like you said, to be a content creator, whatever it is. You got a smartphone in your hand.
Yeah.
You can be a media company. You can create content. You can, you know, put it on YouTube. I mean, I know that's free, but that's one of the second biggest platform in the world besides Facebook is YouTube. So we definitely need more, especially as Black people, we need to be putting out more content, our own content, and knowing how to monetize.
Exactly. So, you know, you said create more content. You know, I have some merchandise so I believe in, hold on. I'm going to show y'all what I got.
Yeah, we want to see that.
It's not on sale yet, but I'm just saying this because you said create more content. But I have these. Can you see my hat? We created it.
I can see it.
Can you see it? Can you see it? It says create more content on it, right? It's one of my little slogans. Because I feel like as a people, like we all have something that we can contribute to the world. And content is everything, right? It's everything. It's what you write. It's what you just put out into the world. Like everything can be translated to content. And I think we change the world. We inspire other people. We do these amazing things by creating. So I just encourage you all to create more content and, you know, change the world for the better. That's my little spiel.
Absolutely.
And you can get a hat if you want it.
Support that. Support Black businesses, for real. Support Black business. So we see a couple people just tuned in on Facebook. Hi to everybody on Facebook. If you're on Facebook and you haven't shared already, please share. Please share. I'm speaking to Ms. Black Hollywood. She's the CEO and founder of The Real Network. She's did movies, produced shows. You see, she got the CEO hat on. She's worked with Dame Dash. She's worked with a lot of other people, so she knows what she's doing. Yeah. So again, if you're on Facebook, please share. Please hit the like, put some hearts, whatever it is. Show some love. Show some love to this queen.
All of that.
So now I want to talk about branding a little bit. So branding. I know you're big on branding. Just like I am. Like I'm big on just building a brand. Like of course I want to build a business, but I want to build a brand, not just like a business.
Yeah.
So well, what are your thoughts on branding and just seeing in Hollywood and people that want to come into Hollywood or be in the entertainment industry or just entrepreneurs in general? What would you say to them as far as like building your brand and the correct steps to building a brand? Because some people
Right.
try to build a brand, but it's not really building a brand. You're not doing it the correct way.
Right.
So what thoughts would you have for branding and building a brand?
Definitely. So if you think about branding like this, everything that you put out into the world um, is your brand, right? Especially in terms of social media. When you get on Instagram and you post things, whether they're memes or pictures or whatever, that's how people know what you're about. That's your measurement for life from other, that's the perspective, that's the scope that you give people. So one thing that I'll say when I wanted to create the Real Network, I just started to hashtag the Real Network. I started anything that had to do with movies or television or me being on set or me working with celebrities or me interviewing celebrities or just whatever it was that I was doing. I was making sure that I was just always putting that out into the world, right? Because I think that's how people associate you. Literally, this girl was like, every time I think of a movie reel, I think of you. That's exactly what I want you to think. So
Mm.
that's what that's what that is. Exactly. So anytime, even now, anytime anybody has questions about movies, they want to produce, they come to me first. If you know me or you've seen me or anything like that, like if you follow me on Instagram, by the way, follow me on at Miss Black Hollywood. You'll just see that I'm about a few things. You'll see that I'm about my daughter. I'm
Definitely see
about
that.
yeah, I'm about my daughter, I'm about my business, and I'm about positive things. I also speak, so I include some of that, but it's just about the things that you're putting out into the world, like making sure that you're actually really like keeping a hand on it. Don't just throw up a meme because you feel like it's funny. Like take that down, and especially if it has a whole bunch of curse words in it or it's negative, just keep things positive is one suggestion because nobody wants to be in a negative space. And then push more of what you're about and make it clean, make it sexy. If make it, there's things you can do at this point to make it look like your brand look like $1 million. There's apps like Canva that I use often to make my own memes. There's and it looks expensive, and so there's things that you can look like $1 million brand and be putting things out regularly without being $1 million brand yet, but people will think that you are because of what you're putting out and how you're putting it out. It's a strategy. There really is a strategy to it. But start with, for all the people that are just starting, just make sure that at some point pivot and just start putting out what you're about, the things that you do every single day. I mean, really do, like, what do you want us to associate you with? When I look at Ryan, I think of money. Like, I think of financial solutions, right? Like I think of someone that can help me. I think of the stock market. I think of I want to ask him questions like just, randomly, like, hey, what should I invest in this week? I don't know. I don't know how to do any of that. Until I learned. But I'm saying I don't know. I would think that it was like he had all the inside knowledge about it, just like I do in Hollywood, So you just want to be that with your brand. You want people to think that you are the ultimate expert at whatever it is that you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like how you said that. I mean,
I think money.
for real, I want everybody to think that. When you see me, you see money, you see financial solutions, you see
Yeah.
investments, you see stocks, all that type of stuff. Everything
Yeah.
that I talk about, you're gonna see that, and that's what I had to. I literally had to change and shift everything that I did. Like when I started my business, of course, like most other people, I was using Facebook for personal, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Now it's business.
Yeah.
Mostly everything that I post on Facebook is going to be about business. You know,
Well, can I say something
yeah,
real
go
quick?
ahead.
You want to have a nice balance
Yeah, that's
when
true.
it you want to have a nice balance because people want to know who you are and they want to trust who you are, right? Like they want a glimpse inside of your world. So don't be all about it, shouldn't be 100% business. It should be sometimes like those, those personal thoughts. Like maybe, I know you have a daughter as well. Like, things that you want to share about your private life that people can connect with you on. And they can say, oh my God, I didn't know you had a daughter, she's so beautiful, or whatever. Like, oh, when I pick up my daughter, she, just whatever that thing is that is special to you, people want to bond with you in that way. So go ahead, continue. I would just say that's for everybody listening. Just don't think 100% business, but you also want to throw in your personal life. You can't be a robot. I don't like robots. I don't follow robots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
People
that is true. And I do try to mix it up. You know what I mean? I do try to mix it up.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing, like once you get more into like being a public figure and people knowing you know what I mean? That's another thing you have to watch. And that's another reason why I don't post my daughter up as much as, you know what I mean? Or family member, stuff like that. Because that is just something that I had to adjust to. You know what I mean? Like going to people just knowing you before you even know them. Like going to All Black National Convention and like, oh, I see you. I came to Louisville to see you, and I watch your videos all the time. And like, oh, like that's good. That's just something me personally I had to adjust to. Also, what I was going to say, well, before we get to that, shout out to everybody on Facebook. Cousin Twan's watching. He just dropped a comment. Shout out to him, brother Dre. Andre Hatchet is on here. So yeah, He said go all in on your stuff. Go all in on your stuff. But yeah, I mean, but what I try to tell people when it comes to Facebook and branding and stuff like that, a lot of people in our community, they miss the opportunities when it comes to monetizing it. So that's one of the main reasons why I put out my course, How to Make Money on Social Media. And I'm gonna put out another one that's gonna be on like strictly digital marketing and stuff like that, and ClickFunnels and all that type of stuff. I'm gonna put that out. But that is one of the main reasons why I did that, is because like when I shift my mind and I, like you said, it's good to have that balance. You don't want to be too business. You don't want to be too personal. How to find that balance. I was all personal.
Yeah.
So I had to like come into like, all right, we're just going to go on business for a little while. Then, I'll get back to personal stuff like that, because the opportunities are on there to make money.
Yes.
People, everybody watching, you need to realize there's opportunities for you to make money and connect with people. Seriously, there are so many opportunities that you need to take advantage of. Facebook has 2 billion people on there. Instagram has almost 1 billion people on there. So when you have your products and services, you need to be looking at Facebook to monetize and make money. If you got 5,000 friends or 10,000 followers, you should be tapping into that market and getting a product or service to sell to those people.
Absolutely.
Facebook or Instagram, whatever social media, it's good to use it for personal. But while we only use it for personal, other people are becoming billionaires.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg already made $20 billion this year in 2017. The year's not even over yet. He already made $20 billion when people just want to get on there for likes and shares and stuff like that. So while he's becoming a billionaire, you need to offer some products and services so you can at least become 100,000-aire, millionaire, whatever it may be.
Come on,
that's just my 2 cents. You want to follow up on that?
Come on. Move on. I said you better preach in here. I agree.
That's just my 2 cents. Just for me, just me seeing the opportunities. I mean, literally working a 9-to-5 job, making 40,000-50,000 a year. 1,500 every 2 weeks, something like that, which is okay. But then when I just seeing like technology and the ability and the advantages to make money through technology. Like you could literally, if you do it correctly, you could run a Facebook ad and make more than what you made probably in the last 6 months if you do it correctly. It's all about having the right product in front of the right person at the right time. But if you do it correctly, you could probably make way more than what you make working 9-10 hours a day. But if you have the mindset where as though the only opportunities you're thinking about to make money is to work a job, if you think that's the only opportunity, I got to go fill out this application, I got to go, online and do this, I got to go to this job fair, that's okay to do that. That's okay to, get that, do whatever you got to do. But if you think The only way to make money is that, and I say I have an $89 course, and y'all saying that's too much. Even if I give it to you for free, some people won't take it. If you don't want to take that information, then when you complain that you broke, or you don't have enough, or you're not meeting it, you're not where you want to be, then I got to look back on you. So that's just me, learning everything that I learned, just seeing, technology and how much people make. Like literally, people make like hundreds of thousands of dollars online, and they're not like working. They're not out like 12 hours working. It's all a numbers game.
Yeah.
It's all a numbers game. And once I realized the numbers game, like Dre always talks about a lot, the numbers game.
Yeah.
If you have $100 product and I sell it to 100 people, that's $10,000.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's that far-fetched, honestly. So
No.
people watching, if you're watching, you got 9 to 5 or whatever it is, nothing wrong with that. But just think, if I get this $100 product, whatever it is, it could be a course, it could be a session, you sell like 4 t-shirts, whatever it is, $100 product, you sell that to 100 people, that's $10,000. So if you sell that to 1,000 people, that's $100,000. So if it takes you a year to sell $100 product or $200 product to 500 people, if it takes you a year to sell $100 product to 1,000 people, you made $100,000. So if you can say coming up January 1st, I'm gonna get this product or service, the best product or service I can come up with, and I'm gonna get 1,000 people. So I got 12 months to get 1,000 people to buy this product or service. You can make $100,000. If you put that same amount of energy into working the 9 to 5, 10 hours a day into that, studying lead pages or ClickFunnels or Infusionsoft, whatever automation system, all that. If you study that, you could probably make that 100,000 in a month.
Yeah.
But you gotta have the knowledge, and you gotta have the mindset to shift to get out of the traditional mindset. Sorry that I went on that tangent, but that's just
preaching. I hear this. I'm gonna just let him go. Go ahead, Ryan. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
No, you are the guest. Thank you.
So, in addition to that, I mean, if even to make it even a little bit more simple, most people have thousands of people on their Facebook already. If you could just target 100 people and or start to and just get like people to join your tribe. Like, if you do something consistently, there's people that look at me now and they're like, man, I've been following you since ... Man, now it's time for me. I want to support you. You never know who's watching you. Even if it feels like, I was telling some of my dreamers this week, even if you're doing something and it feels like you've been doing it for 6-7 months and you're sitting in a room, it feels like you're sitting in a room by yourself, putting products together that nobody's buying, or going live with people that aren't watching. I would just suggest to just keep doing it anyway. Keep doing it until because it has to be for you. It has to be about you. It can't be about the likes. It can't be about the people, because they'll come at some point. People will get it. They'll see you're consistent and say, you know what? 6 months ago, I saw your ad and I couldn't reach out then, but I'm reaching out now because I want it. And you never know unless you just keep going. So I just encourage you, because in the beginning, it's going to feel hard. It's going to feel annoying. Like you're going to feel like you're struggling, struggling to get people to support you, but people will start to support you. They will. You just got to keep doing it regardless. It got to be for you. It can't be for anybody else.
Exactly. Like you said, like build that tribe, like start that little Facebook group. That's your group. You might only have 3 people in the beginning. So what? That's your tribe. Start that school or that online school, and then whatever, that might be your tribe. You might only have 2 students to start. So what? Like you said, keep going. So shout out to everybody on Facebook. Go ahead.
I was going to say the biggest companies were started in a garage. Amazon, Facebook. Facebook was started in a college, in a college, but Amazon, Apple, all of those things were started right in a garage. So just think about how big they are. You have to start somewhere. Don't despise humble beginnings, because they're just beginning. I always say, you'll never end up where you start if you never stop. So you'll never you'll never be in the same space forever.
Mm-hmm. Consistency.
If
All about
you
being
just keep,
consistent. All about being
hmm
consistent. So this is the
that's
last
it.
couple things I want to talk about before I let you get back to your busy schedule. What's your take on just the entertainment culture? Like the social media culture, all the ratchet TV and just the entertainment culture. Because I mean, in Philly, like this weekend, this is Powerhouse weekend. So
hmm
Powerhouse tonight. So the city is like on fire. A lot of people coming to the city. Cardi B's hosting a party tonight. I know it's gonna be crazy. Just what's your take on just the entertainment culture and like is it healthy? I know Dr. Boyce always talks about it, and he good friends with him, and you guys have great discussions on your takes about the entertainment culture and is it healthy for Black America, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
just what's your take on the entertainment culture? Like, is it healthy for Black America? Like, are people just being too serious? It is just entertainment, what's your take on that?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think the things that we give opportunity to. So I remember a long time ago, and I think we talked about this before. I remember when Deborah Lee came out and was like, "Oh, we don't release positive programming because Black people don't want to see it." Right? I
Mm-hmm.
remember a conversation, and I was so upset. I was like, I'm about to make a video to respond to that, and I'm gonna send it to VT, and I'm just upset that she would say that. And even though the numbers were down, I feel like we are fed things. Money is even if we don't like a song on the radio. I remember listening to a really popular producer who most of you know, who I just don't want to mention, but like I remember sitting with him and he was like, I mean, if the song is whack, it really doesn't matter. He was like, it doesn't matter what you talk about. It doesn't matter because we're going to put the money in for the spins. And even if people don't like it, we kind of force them to like it. We force feed, basically. So it's going to be a hit regardless. So understand that hits are paid for. Stars are made, because there's enough money to feed those engines. And then before you know it, you just see them everywhere. And you're like, I like that. I mean, when I first heard Cardi B song, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, what is this? Like,
I think I see you both.
And then what is this? I was like, what is this? Who is this? And why is this? Right? But then at some point, like it kept coming on the radio. When I was at a wedding, one of my best friends was like, I make money moves. I was like, oh my God, really? Like what? I didn't want to be bougie. So I was like, I guess this is all right. But it's I think it's just something, in terms of it being positive, I feel like in general, people are gravitating towards things that are just negative. Like, some of the TMZ is one of the biggest companies in the world because I won't say they destroy lives, but they release people's mess, for whatever reason. I think once reality TV came out, it kind of created a culture. I think that it's influenced our nation, like the way we interact with one another. I think so. Like those things that we just watched, the anger, the fighting, like all of that I think it's had an influence on the mindset of all of us, in one way or another. Especially if you watch it, you like, there's something that you get like, oh, there's some drama, I'm about to watch that. I mean, I don't really watch things like that. And I remember I had a conversation with Mona Scott, and I was like, I would love to interview you so we can just talk about why. Because the first season of Love and Hip Hop was about Jim Jones and Christy and all of them, right? It was supposed to be something else, and then it just kind of turned into something else, and it's turned into what it is now. But I don't think initially that was Mona's vision. Money just, they started
because it was called Love and Hip Hop. Ain't no love and ain't no hip hop on there now.
Yeah, and it was
season. It ain't no Love and Hip Hop.
If you go back and watch the first season,
I remember the first season.
It really wasn't until they brought Kim, because I watched the whole season. it wasn't really until they brought Kimbella on, and Kimbella told the other young lady that she had slept with Fabulous, and then and then after that, it just turned into a mess. But before then, it was about Jim Jones and Chrissy just loving each other while he pursued a career and she supported him. Like, it was just something different. So I just think that to answer your question, people just consider the mess their guilty pleasure, when I think that it could be supplemented for something more positive. I think that I think we're making stars out of really undeserving people. 30 years ago, it was really about talent. Like, I meet so many talented people from the 90s, celebrities that they can't monetize in this age. They can't. I remember working with Sherry Headley, who was Lisa on Coming to America. And I think I was trying to create a reality situation around her, and she just wasn't having it. I think just because of where she came from, and she's so regal and beautiful and all of this, but she just didn't want to be in that reality space. She just didn't want that. So, to me, I was like, well, I get it. I understand. You come from a place where there was talent, and there was, you don't want to be grouped together with these people that are just like, what you say, bitch, I'll smack, I couldn't imagine. So I think that it's affected us in a negative way. I've tried to align myself with people that are doing positive things, and we create good content, and we're just trying to create some balance to that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I just talked so much. I'm so sorry.
Nah, you got me listening yo, really dropping some jewels. This is a very, very intelligent queen. She's dropping many jewels. She knows the entertainment business. Like you said, she's met. Can you just name some of the people that you met? Once you told me you met Dr. Dre and stuff like that, I was like, damn, you know what I mean? That's levels. So just tell some people, all the people that you can't even tell people all the people you met, but just some of the famous people that you've met and been around.
Yeah, so I started in the industry. I started out as a celebrity journalist. I was writing articles and interviewing celebrities. I was at the different award shows just as a young journalist, just asking questions, fumbling over myself, But at this point, I've probably interviewed everybody from Farrakhan to Pharrell. I've had a chance to. I've really been fortunate. Hollywood is one of those places where it's easier to connect with people. And then, I was coming out of the building once and ran into Method Man and was like, oh my God, hey, right? So we met at the Source Awards in 2002. What's up? Even when I met Dame and we did an interview. Yeah, even when I met Dame and we did an interview, I was like, you wasn't at the Source Awards in 2012. Why? He was like, oh yeah, we didn't come that year. I was like, I was waiting for, I think Rockefeller was the only people that didn't come. Nas and Rockefeller didn't come because I guess they was doing that whole Jay-Z. Nas.
We was riding. You remember? We was riding. The state property was riding.
Yes. So he was like, dang, that's crazy that you remember. I was like, yes. So I guess it's full circle because we're here now. He was like, yeah, we here now. So I've just had a lot of great experiences. Hollywood has been good to me. I've had a lot of mentors that have given me advice. Well, there's been mentors like Les Brown, and I've gotten great words that changed my life from people like Miss Loretta Devine, and I'm currently writing a book, just giving you all the jewels that they gave me about how to move in this world and move in this business, and just I've made positive. Robert Townsend, just the different people that have given me, advice in the business, and I just took it and ran with it, and it's changed my life for the better. So I'm writing a book about it, which you guys will have access to soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if anybody does want to get into the entertainment industry, you don't know nothing, you need a coach, you need a consultant, you need someone to get you work, stuff like that, please contact her. Info at therealnetwork.net.
Yes.
Info at therealnetwork.net.
Yeah.
Info at therealnetwork.net. Because people, even come to me all the time, and I want to do this movie, and I want to do this show. I'm like, listen, get around someone that knows the business. So the
Yeah.
last thing I want to talk about is the entertainment business.
Okay.
Entertainment business. I remember I seen Dr. Dre. What documentary was that? It was one of the old ones, like I forget which one. I think it was Rhyme and Reason or something like that. Something from the 90s. That was
Yeah.
like one of my favorite. That's like a classic. And I remember him saying, like, this is the entertainment business.
Business.
Entertainment business. And most people miss
Business.
the business part. They
And it's
always want to focus about entertainment. I want to have the best rap song. I want to have the best song. I want to have the best whatever.
and then what? And then
Exactly.
when
They
you
don't focus
release it,
on
what are you? Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So can you just speak
Yeah.
on the actual business? Because like even me and people that don't know, like if you just looking on Instagram and you just see celebrities from that, if you see it from that perspective, you don't
Yeah.
know the business. Like I don't even know the entertainment business where rappers talk about I'm getting points and stuff like that on the record. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
Business. So can you just speak on the actual business, not just like the entertainment aspect?
Yeah. So in show business, they say 90% of 10% of it is show and 90% of it is business. And so that's why you have a lot of starving artists that are like, I just want to create, I to be one of those creatives. I was like, I just want to be an actress. And then one day I was like, I was having a conversation. I asked Blair, Underwood, like, what would his insight be? And he was like, learn every aspect of the business. Like, learn every aspect of the business and learn to be a producer, learn to be an actress, learn to be this and that. And you'll never, ever, ever, you'll always be needed in this industry because there's only a 5-year window for most actresses. So I took that to heart, obviously. And in terms of business, in the music industry, in the entertainment industry, it's really about the paperwork. It's about you making a fly song and actually having distribution and marketing to go along with it. Like you can't make a fly video and then just release it and then there's nobody to release it to. So there's just tons of things that you just need to know about the politics of the business, outreach, how to get there's just so much, like there's so much in terms of business. There's a playbook. Like I said, just your talent is not enough. Actually learning how to I'm thinking musicians. I'll just speak to the musicians because there's tons of things that you can do in this industry. But if you're a rapper, let's just say, understanding the different kinds of deals you can get as an artist to the record label, understanding what it means to go independent, understanding that you'll have to do everything yourself from, actually making the songs making the songs, dealing with producing the actual tracks, just everything that you would have to learn how to do everything instead of going in and paying lots of money to have people do it, and taking money out of the budget that you may or may not have. Understanding how to set up a tour, understanding how to, like I said, market your talent, setting up social media. All of this stuff is like a business, like understanding how to when to post ads, how to do all of there's just so much. Brand management alone for you as an artist is a job. It's a business. It's a form of getting you out there. Outreach. Who's going to reach out to the different venues? Who's going to reach out to different blog sites? Who's going to who is going to do all of that? You'll have to do it. You just need to know the business. Nobody goes there. There's no such thing as viral. I'm gonna say that one more time. Videos don't go viral. People pay for that. Like people pay for things to go viral. Mm-hmm. People boost those videos. There's no once you
it's easier than ever before.
Yeah. Once you start to get traction, then you just keep boosting and boosting and boosting and boosting till you can build some fire around it. And then maybe somebody sent an email to the Ellen show and was like, hey, my son is cute here. Nobody just goes viral on accident. Like, oh my God, what? That was me? Like, oh, y'all just like my video? No. So there is a whole business behind all of it. Even with some of the artists, the mainstream artists, them buying buying followers, buying likes, buying
their own records, their
all
own
of that.
records.
They're buying records, buying awards, literally, you would be amazed. Like, my mentors have told me, some of them so one of my mentors is, she worked at Def Jam in the 90s. And like, when she started to tell me about like some of the things that they did for like, Ashanti and Jay-Z and all of these different people's records, and like how they strategized to get them to where they are. Even listening to Dame talks. I'm a talker though, so I can't. But he's like a walking historian to me, because he's going to include like how they were getting deals. How Jay-Z just didn't get famous for no reason. Like, they had a real strategy. Like, they had to do it themselves. Like, they were, doing what they were doing what they had to do, and then taking money to DJs and, putting together their own videos, doing their own, like, that's a business. So, yeah. But just, they're definitely, we definitely help artists understand the business, for sure. And entrepreneurs, same thing. What I would just encourage, or what I would just say, is that anything that requires, like, if it's your talent, if you're a singer, dancer, host, whatever it is that you do, you're an entrepreneur. So you have to run your business accordingly. If you are talent, you have to run yourself like a business. You are a commodity. You never take anything personal. You are a commodity. If it's about staying in shape, stay in shape, because people are looking at you. So, there's just certain things that you have to do to be a brand, to be a business, and to really make it in the business. And then entrepreneurs, the same thing. Like, people, you need a personality around your, the businesses that go the furthest are the people that actually have a business built around them as a personality, right? You love Oprah because you love OWN, the network. You love Harpo. You love Oprah's food. You love those things because you love the personality. You love Oprah, right? So, so just think of yourself in that way.
Mm-hmm. And she has met Oprah too. Another person on the list that she has met. Speak about that just for a quick second.
No, I met Oprah for my 30, however old I am.
30.
I met Oprah my last birthday. And actually it's more of a lesson, right? Because I knew Oprah was going to be at a conference, and I was like, well, if I want to start working with people like Oprah, then I have to put myself in places where Oprah is.
Exactly.
Oprah's not going to be walking down the street. And even if she is, it's not going to be the same as me going to a conference specifically to meet her. Right.
Good luck trying to catch her on the street.
Yeah. Oprah's not in these streets. She's not in these North Hollywood streets. Not. I can tell you that she's not, because I looked. She's not there. So, it was really important for me to put myself in a position and invest in myself and, in my artistry. So I went to a Produce By conference, and initially it just started out as like, I was like, okay, I am going to meet Oprah. And then I found out that Oprah's like her workshop was full. Just know that I still met Oprah, and I talked to her in Dune for like five minutes. Like, it happened. So, sometimes you just got to will things into your life and people into your life. And, so yeah, that's what happened.
Absolutely. And I can relate to, what you were talking about, especially branding as an entrepreneur, because you see everything with my brand, my name. I got my name on my shirt. You know what I mean? Somebody designed that for me. Everything goes with the brand, the school, my business, whatever it is, everything goes with the brand. McCrary Financial Solutions. We are Financial Solutions. If you want to sign up, go to McCraryFinancialSolutions.com or the McCraryFinancialSchool.com. All we talk about is finance, wealth building, business, investing in the stock market, mutual funds, how to buy life insurance credit, all that type of stuff. That's all part of the brand. If you want to contact Miss Black Hollywood, contact her at info@therealnetwork.net, info@therealnetwork.net. So just a few more questions. We're having a great discussion. I don't want to end it so short, even though I know you have a busy schedule to get back to. What was that?
I'm not gonna lie, I do have a meeting, but it's okay because it's okay. I got you. I was ready. Are we having some Q&A or what are we doing? You got what you got? I'm ready.
Just a few people watching. So yes, he says, Monica says, hello, everybody. Hello, Monica. If you have any questions before we wrap, please put them down there in the chat or the Q&A section. If you have any questions, she's dropping amazing jewels. If you have any questions on the entertainment industry, you want to know some secrets that she might be able to share, maybe not. You want to know your favorite celebrity, feel free to ask before we wrap. So I guess just one last question. What is it kind of like behind the scenes a little bit? Like, I know you could probably say a lot of things, that probably don't want to say publicly, but just like generally, like kind of what is it like behind the scenes in Hollywood?
It's an illusion. It's
interesting. Really? I mean, I'm not surprised, but really?
No, I mean, putting an illusion together, creating a fantasy for people, like in terms of creating, a lot of things. It's hard work. Like I remember, a lot of the celebrities are getting up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and working to 3 or 4 o'clock or 3 or 4 a.m. the next day. Like a lot of people, it's a real grind. This business is from sun up to sundown. We do not stop working. That is what the industry is like. It's such hard work. It's to put together a 2-minute movie. We might shoot that for 2 days. Putting that, putting those things together is a whole nother situation. Like the commercials you see, like everything that you see on television took a lot of energy to do. So, it may come off seamless. That 30-second commercial spot that you see probably took 2 weeks to film with 30,000 extras. And, so much went into the small things, into the details. So it's a lot of smoke and mirrors. It's a lot of hard work. I remember in the summers when I work at CBS in the summers and I work on the show Big Brother, and literally I don't see my daughter in the summertime. I don't see her because, we're away from our families. It's 3 intense months of work. We put out 3 shows a week. And so it's, I think at the end of last season, one of the 30-year-olds, one of the guys on our staff had like a mild heart attack or a mild stroke or something, because it's just I was like, whoa, okay, well, let me just fall back a little bit. Damn. We just never stop going. Like production days start at, again, 4 a.m. Sometimes they don't end till the next day. So I do want people to know that it's a lot of hard work. It's if you see people on television working, you be like, she ain't really doing nothing. She is working. She is working. And most people can't, some people walk away from this industry, and sometimes that's why it's just too much. And then, in terms of like seeing celebrities, I remember I worked with Morris Chestnut. He's one of my dearest friends, a mentor to me, and just like a big brother to me. And Mo wakes up at 3:30 every morning. He wakes up. Yeah, he wakes up really early and he goes to bed really early. Like he's in the bed by 8:30. Like unless he has to make.
Getting up at 3:30, you got to.
You got to, right? Like you wake and you're in the bed by 8:30, 9 o'clock. But after a while, I'd be like, all right, well, I got to work. And then at 3:30 in the morning, he's up running on a treadmill. I'm talking about monster, like just workout, lifting. I'm like, wow. The rest of us sleep. We get up at like 7, but reading lines and going over scripts, hundreds of times before it actually, you even start to rehearse with your scene partners. If there's a rehearsal, when you get to set, I remember hearing that, God, one of the big, his name I just see his face in my head. But one of the older actors, one of the more established older actors, I remember he used to tell me he would read his script at least 200 times before he even did anything. Like that was just the basic. That was like the basic, just to read through it 200 times before he did anything with it. Robert De Niro said that. So like,
really? And De Niro one of the best.
Yeah.
My top 5. I'm sorry, he's top 5 ever to me.
But that's why it's not on accident. Like I get actors that come in here sometimes and they want us to develop them, but they're not willing to put in that kind of work. They read their script a few times and be like, I know my lines, I'm ready. And then they're not, they're not ready. They're not as ready as they think they are. Or they'll come in and they'll sing and they're pitchy and their acting is just okay. And they're like, well, I want to be on Empire. Well, I'm not reaching out to Leah Butler for you. Like, I'm not doing none of that. Like, I'm not doing it. I wouldn't push you in that position where you feel like you're ready for television when you're not. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of my homies was actually, he was on a couple episodes of Empire.
Mm-hmm.
One of my homies, and he said, like, he was literally in like half a scene, and they would work like for like a week, like 12 hours straight.
Yeah.
And he was in it for like literally half a scene. So absolutely. Well, let me let you get back to your busy schedule. Just one question we got in here, a couple questions, but just one, and then you can go. How would you suggest marketing real estate investment opportunities to celebrities? Yeah, that's what it says.
How would you?
That's from Eli.
One more time.
Okay, Eli says, how would you suggest marketing real estate opportunities to celebrities?
How would I suggest? Eli, is it?
Yep.
So, where does Eli live?
Eli, where do you live? Have you still on here?
Let's start there. Let's start there. Usually, people do business with people that they know and trust, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would
Dallas.
He lives in Dallas. Okay.
Dallas is the hot spot. Like Dallas is about to be the new Atlanta.
It is.
Even though I hate the Cowboys. I hate the fucking Cowboys. But Dallas is, I ain't gonna lie. Dallas though, like people calling me like Dallas. I got a couple people in Dallas now. They like, yo, Dallas is the spot. Like Atlanta is getting washed up a little bit. I mean, no, shout out to Atlanta. Atlanta is like the mecca of Black business and Black prosperity. Atlanta is the mecca. You know what I mean? But Atlanta, as far as like, popping, Atlanta was like early 2000s. That's when Atlanta started like popping. Now Dallas, they say, is about to be like the new Atlanta. So shout out to Dallas, even though fuck the Cowboys.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of opportunity in Dallas. I've been a few times. I guess there's a lot of.
So I guess pitching that, maybe, since there is a lot of opportunities, what's the best way to pitch like that as far as real estate to a celebrity? Because most people will pitch, if they want to be entertained or probably business ideas or, but if you're like, you do real estate, if what you do is real estate, what's the best way to try to pitch that to somebody, that's in the entertainment industry, I guess?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with outreach. When celebrities come into Dallas, I would make a point to go and meet with somebody. I would go down, I would try to align myself in a place where I can actually talk business, put together that 30-second pitch for them. You have less than a minute at this point because they're probably not even really thinking about real estate. It's one of those things where the best place to talk to someone would be, sitting, if you find I remember one time I saw Matthew McConaughey just kind of sitting at the bar and I just went and sat, and was just, talking. environments like that almost never happen, you know? So that would be a great place where they're kind of open, they're just chilling, that kind of thing. But if they're in the midst of working, they're probably not going to talk to you about that. So I would find assistants. I would do outreach. I would, again, make a point to whenever celebrities come into Dallas, from T.I. to whoever, like whoever's coming, really try to align yourself with people that work with them. You know, and that just really deals with like, you can find out who reps who, like who works with who on IMDb, which is a movie database that we use here in Hollywood. You can look and see who's repping who. You need to do the IMDb Pro option, which will allow you to like literally reach out to people's reps, and
really?
you could reach out. Yeah, you can reach out to some of them, some people, you know, but definitely their representatives, and just try to sell them that way. Hey, I know, you know, my name is, I'm an owner of this business, and I wanted to offer whoever it is that you're actually thinking of, you know, just start that way. Do research and see who's doing what, and then figure out a really creative way to reel them in. I mean, I can't tell you how to do that part. I mean, I could, we can definitely
get whoever on the phone for you. Just send a message to info@therealnetwork.net and pay for a consultation, and she can get you on the phone with whoever you really want to get on the phone. She done met Oprah, and she about to meet
with a night, like with a good, you know, with a good budget, people will sit down for some money. People sit down. You know, money make the world go round. You'd be surprised how many people will sit down with you for just like a consultation fee, you know, something. So I would just say, yeah, just do it that way, Eli. Start with who you want to target, like who would be good for you, because everybody wouldn't be good for you. I would target athletes. I would target you know, just people in that world, like, you know, athletes, people that just can live, you know, wherever. And I don't know exactly. I guess I just don't know what your pitch is, but you know, it just depends. So yeah, info@therealnetwork.net.
I'm putting that down there in the chat so people have it. So yes, I mean, at the end of the day, just do it. Just, you ain't gonna know until you just put it out there. You try to get your feet wet. You try to start talking to some people, some reps, whatever. You ain't gonna know until you put it out there. So, well, I just want to say thank you for joining us today, Queen. Taking time out of your busy schedule, going through LA traffic and everything, to just talk to us and share some very, very important jewels, some important knowledge on just some insights on the entertainment industry and entrepreneurship, branding, all type of stuff. I think it was a great discussion. So just thank you for joining us today.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me, and for all the people that have joined in and that support McCrary Financial Solutions. I think it's amazing. Like I love what you've done and what you've turned your business into. And I know you're still growing. So, you know, I support you and I come back anytime.
All right. Thank you. We definitely will have you come back, maybe possibly teaching a course. We will see about that. Talk about that offline. So everybody that was here, thank you for joining us. If you haven't shared already, please share it on every platform. We need this to go viral. Intelligent Black conversations need to be the norm. Fuck love and hip hop. Y'all can go watch it if you want, but these are real Black conversations. We need these real Black conversations. Again, I'm Ryan McCrary. For more information, you can visit my website, themccraryfinancialschool.com, themccraryfinancialschool.com. Everyone have a great day and a great weekend.
Bye, guys.